All right, I'd like to call the meeting of the Fraser Parks and Recreation Commission Tuesday, February 2nd, 2021 at 7:01 p.m.
Okay.
I guess item number 2, stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Oh, God. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and
Indivisible,
justice.
with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Item number 3, approval of the agenda for February 2nd, 2021. Sherry, Commissioner Stein, I mean.
That's okay. I would like to add something to the agenda.
Sure.
Okay.
So I would like to add under, I guess, requests, commissions, action, number 4, make it a D. I'd like to add events, upcoming events, like to start talking about those things. And then E, I also would like to talk about the signs and make sure we get that taken care of too. Or keep it on the agenda going forward until it is taken care of for the 2 new parks, at least.
I have a question before we continue on.
Go ahead.
Where would we have, in the text that Dana sent, I made a response. Where would we add conversation about things like rentals, equipment rentals, pavilion rentals, and who's going to update us on all this stuff?
If you want to
And the
speak on it,
budget.
you would have to add it to the agenda and we could speak on it during the meeting.
Let's leave it another month though. Okay, thank you. Well, we have people here that want to leave.
So for D and E, are we adding these for future too, like tonight and then for future? Is that what we want to do just for
That's
tonight?
not up to me. That's
Okay.
up to you guys. But I mean, I just want to add it tonight.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Do you guys want to make a vote on it?
Yeah, sure.
I move that we approve the additions of D, 4D for events, and 4E for signs for parks, made by Sherry Stein, to the agenda for today.
I'll second that.
All right, motion made by Commissioner Bogdan, seconded by Commissioner Sutherland. I'll approve. Aye.
All right.
Aye.
All right. D and E added. Number 4, request commission action. 4A, approval of minutes from January 19, 2021 commission meeting.
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Stein, seconded by Commissioner Bogdan. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Aye.
4B, discussion of Fraser First Booster Club.
Yeah, so we're still in this pandemic we call COVID. So of course, there's not a lot of events going on. We are going to be having a Blue Jean Ball Blues raffle because we're sad about not having our Blue Jean Ball this year. So that is coming March 15th and will run, not March 15th, February 15th, and will run till March 15th. They will be $5 per ticket, and there'll be more information coming out about that within the next week or 2. We are still working on the sensory garden. We're just ordering stuff. So when spring hits, they can start installing it. So far we'll have music pieces installed. We'll have benches. We'll have accessible all raised garden beds installed, landscaping installed. There's a lot of stuff that's going to be happening this spring in that park to finish that sensory garden. So I'm excited about that. Other than that, there's not much going on. Our next meeting will be, sorry, I have to look. The next meeting will be February 16th at sorry, I think it's 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. There will be information going out on our website and our Facebook page, and then I always share it to Enough also. And that will be a lot of talk about all the new things that we're going to be putting into the sensory garden. So, and then just look out for our fundraiser, because that keeps us going and get, like I just ordered, we just had another fundraiser during Giving Tuesday, and that bought a musical posy. It's like a big giant flower that the kids can make music on. So, and then once we get this done, we're going to put a bow on it, and then we'll move on to something. We don't know what we're going to do yet, but Fraser First is going to be here for a little while. So
Awesome.
Wonderful.
Yeah, great.
Okay, 4C, discussion of the farmer's market. I see I have a farmer's market person here.
Yes, am I here?
Yep, hi
Yeah.
Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
Hi, sorry. I almost forgot about it. I was down in the basement cleaning. Sorry. The farmer's market is, the applications are up on the website right now. I haven't reached out to the vendors yet. That's going to be coming up, and got approval to go ahead and do it. So we're doing it. That's about it.
Awesome. Do you have like, I'm being nosy, do you have like any dates? It's still the first Saturday of every month, right?
No, second Saturday.
Second Saturday. Darn it, see,
Yep.
glad I asked. Any questions for Nancy? All right. Thank you, Nancy.
Thank you.
Thank
Good to
you.
see you.
4D, upcoming events. I don't know if there is any, but
want me to start on that?
yeah, sure.
It's just discussion. It's not that upcoming events. We need, if we want to, I feel like if we want to, I mean, there is no direction, right? Of course. So we have to make
Correct.
some direction. So if you really want events, we need to start planning, just like Dana was saying about because I watched the meeting at the end because I got off last time a little early, and she was saying something about a drive-through bunny. Those take time to plan. We need to plan that as of yesterday, right? We need to find out if there's any budget, if there's any money that we can spend through the city. If there isn't, then we need to get our feet on the pavement, asking businesses, of course, to sponsor this. When we did the drive-through trunk or treat, that was about a month to 2.5 to 3 months of planning, just to make sure, you have everything in the safety protocols and everything. So we just need to start talking about those things so they don't just slide under the rug.
Okay.
I agree. And I thought, Jennifer, correct me if I'm wrong, but were you going to check with the city manager last time after that meeting about some of the ideas that we had discussed?
I did present all of the ideas to him, and I believe he would have to get to council. Again, like Sherry just said, I guess the first things I need to ask him tomorrow is what is our budget, and then get with you guys so that we
Okay.
can start planning. And I don't have to wait till next month's meeting. I can send you guys an email. Hey, I spoke to Mark Thompson, and this is what he had suggested.
Yeah, because once we find out if we have a budget, I mean, that's going to shape what next steps look like. And then I'm
Absolutely.
perfectly happy to, the drive-through bunny thing, to orchestrate that, or, whoever else wants to help. But since I brought it up, I wouldn't force anyone to jump in and help me. But yeah, I mean, we need to know first, right, if there's any money.
Absolutely.
I got a free bunny, but that's about all I got. So
So I have a question, Jen. I don't know if you would know this. We have to have some person that we direct everything to. There has to be a person that we direct everything to, and then it gets directed to the city manager, or do we direct it directly to the city manager? There has to be somebody in the city that everything's directed to.
Okay, I will find that out as well.
I would like to expand on that.
Go ahead.
Because the Parks and Rec department that we had access to all the information for all the people who participate in all these events that go on, everything from sports to the senior events. All
Okay.
the call lists are there, the email lists are there. All the contact information is in that office. And who accesses that? How is that Because there are people that have paid for memberships that get discounts for events versus non-members. So there's a lot of information there that, I don't know.
When you say membership,
I have
are
no
you
idea what the
referring
guy's plan
to-
was, and I haven't heard anything from the city manager about it. So
The senior
yeah.
memberships.
Yeah, you're referring to the senior memberships, right?
is that the only people that have memberships there? Or
Yes,
do
it would be
other
the senior.
residents?
Yes.
Okay. So all the other events that take place are just seniors? Is you're saying all the other?
Well, the one side of the building was seniors and the other side was recreation. I mean, so are you asking to see about the events
Well,
that
that's
we,
what I was gonna leave for another meeting, is because with things slowly opening up, I mean, if it takes months of planning, there's a lot of senior events that took place. There's a lot of contact information. And there are a lot of senior events that can be taken to the gymnasium now and have social distancing. I mean, you can put for Tai Chi or for chair yoga, I don't know what other events there were. You can put people 10, 12, 15 feet apart in the gymnasium and still hold those events for seniors. Just saying, you know, all that information's there. And
No,
I don't know
agree.
how he's going to go about planning any of that, or if he's even going to bother planning.
I
it.
agree with the stuff, but the thing with that, David, is if you have events at the senior center, we have to have staff for liability. They can't just have like a chair yoga at the, I don't think, I mean, I'm just at the rec center and not have any staff there. So is there budget for that? Is there, you know, that's what we need to find out. I think our best bet right now is just to concentrate on community events, to try to bring the community in and get everybody back kind of maybe a little involved.
Well,
and then-
seniors live, most of the seniors live right across the street.
I know, I feel bad that I want them to have events.
So they are part of the community.
No,
But I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
No,
But
I wish I
overall,
could go there and do chair yoga for them. I just don't know with liability if we can just go in there and do it. I don't know. Like Jen would have to find all that out.
Yeah.
and I will find that out. I'll address the concern that, and I did kind of address the concern last time. I said, they're eager to get moving. They want to get started to start planning some of these events. It takes time to
Yes,
plan.
that's what brought it up, because it
Right.
takes months, like Sherry said, it takes months of planning.
Right.
And if
And
they're going
so,
to move forward with that building, I mean, the building's still open, it's still in use. DPW
Right.
is using it. Lights are on till 10 o'clock at night. So people are there. So everything should be ready to go. I don't know, just throwing it out there.
and it's worth checking into for sure.
Okay.
I agree. I guess we're moving on to 4E, signs for the park. Again, I know we have no direction on this quite yet, so.
That was mentioned also. I did ask about the signs for the park. I know that he said that he would get in contact with Nick, this is his last week with the city of Fraser. So tomorrow I will ask again about that.
And Jen, can you ask, like, if as a concerned citizen or as a Parks and Rec commissioner, who do we direct our emails to? I would say city manager, you. I've been directing all my emails to you and the city manager and the commissioner.
Right.
I don't email anything out. So is that how they would want us to do it?
Okay, I'll ask.
I just want to make sure we're giving the emails to the right people.
Absolutely.
I'll email the whole council. Who do you want me to email?
Right. That's I just want direction.
Okay.
Okay, guess we're moving on down the list to 5, citizen participation. Do any of my lovely citizens want to participate?
Yep.
Go ahead, Nancy.
One of the things I don't think that you mentioned was, is it Big Bounce America? Somebody should check on that to see whether they're coming into town or not.
Smart. I did totally forget about that.
Yeah.
I do too.
A lot of things to check on. I agree.
Okay. That's all.
Thank you, Nancy.
You're welcome.
I'm sure that-
Wait,
I'm sure
I have a
there's some
question.
type of contract.
I have a
we signed
question
with
for
them,
that citizen.
or
Oh,
somebody
Dana,
signed
what's
with
up?
them.
I was just wondering, Nancy, if there's going to be a farmer's market meetings.
Yeah, I haven't worked that out just yet.
So,
Coming up.
yeah, coming up, or yeah.
I got to
gonna
work
be-
on it.
Okay. All
I'll
right.
let you know.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, go ahead, Chris.
Hi, Chris Muller, 15762 Exeter Court in Fraser. I just wanted, again, to say how excited I am to that I'm going to be part of this new this new Parks and Rec Commission with everything that's going on, and I'm excited to be a part with you guys and to come up with some new ideas. And I know our hands are tied for some, but I think getting direction like you're asking for of who we're going to email and who we're going to talk to, I'm excited about it. And one thing I just want to talk about is the signs. And I just want to ask, how come a sign was never put in Somerset or Pompo? And I've seen it at different businesses where it says, this is what it's going to look like a sign like I think they did for Fraser First, something that said, look, and it catches the eye. And we can still, I think, do that, saying, now look what it looks like, you know what I mean? And so I don't understand why that was never done. I wasn't part of the process, but I think going forward, having something like that, if we could find it in the budget to show that, not just for the new sign, but saying what's new, you haven't been here before, but here's what's new. So that's just my comment.
Thanks, Chris.
Oh, you're welcome.
Any other citizen? Oh, I got two. Laura.
Hi, Laura Lessig, 15201 Fairview. I just want to thank everybody here for joining and making this move forward. I also would suggest that some of you may join the actual council meetings. There's a special meeting coming up this Thursday. They have citizen participation. And at that point, bring up these issues to the council as well as the city manager. I know there's been a discussion where city manager gets an email and he doesn't respond to everybody. And the questions just keep coming up and no answers ever. This has been going on for several months where you don't know who is running this department in what fashion. I mean, you guys have ideas, you have things you want to accomplish. We're coming up to this, we're already coming up to where we need to plan. And yeah, the pavilions, they usually are available for rental by April.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you have great concerns and you have to get the council start talking about this stuff. So that's my suggestion to you all. And going back to Chris's question about the Fraser First, the McKinley Park sign that we had to say, here's what's coming.
Right.
Fraser First paid for all that. And I'm
I
sure
figured
the
as much.
city,
Yeah.
the city would not have put forth funds to say, hey, look what's coming. I mean,
No,
their
I know.
money's more tight and they want to put it towards exactly what they want to do.
Sure. I get
So
it.
let's hope that we can get those signs for those two parks at least
Yeah.
out there as soon as possible so that we all can enjoy where they're at and you can advertise where they're at. Exactly.
I agree.
So
That's awesome.
there you go. That's all I have to say. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Laura. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura.
Oh, I love the little hand emoji. Go ahead, Echo.
Okay, so I think I'm on. All right, so I have a question. On the website, there are nine parks listed, which
Yes.
is pretty impressive because I always thought there was only 7 and I could only name 4. So there are 9 parks out there. But on the website, there's only pictures for 2, there's maps for 3. Who does the website? You know?
Okay, so we just switched over to a brand new website just this week. And we have a couple people updating the website. So it's going to be a little bit of a process to get it.
Okay.
We're moving quickly as we can to make sure that all the correct information gets up there.
Okay, right.
Yeah, so I'll
Yeah.
make sure that gets done.
All right, because I had an idea that, you know, we can talk about at a later time when I get all the details worked out in my head. But it had to do with the website and seeing all the parks and maybe a little history on each park, and then having like a citywide almost treasure hunt within the park type thing. So to have the website right would be probably the first step.
Absolutely.
So, okay, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you,
You're
Echo. Chris, did you want to say anything?
I just have a few ideas, but I'm gonna wait till later, I guess. Well, one idea I guess I had was having like a story time at each of the parks, and you know, maybe once a month have a different story, or once a week or something. Have, even if it's just one of us going to read at a certain time at one of the parks, and maybe, you know, charge a couple bucks and have a little snack that went along with it, or some kind of treat or something that went with it. So that was my thing. And that way people can see each of the parks each month. Or because I know the Pompo Park, there's tons of new kids in our neighborhood. I mean, tons of new kids. So I mean, I think that would be great to draw them to the park.
Yeah, good idea. We could also get the Fraser Library involved.
Yeah.
Tons
And
of
I would
volunteers there.
also like a food truck rally. That would be like awesome. I'd love to work on it, because I noticed just driving around the city recently, there's 3 restaurants in our city alone that have food trucks that are out there daily. So I thought, man, they would probably jump on, and I'm sure there's others that would.
Yeah. Thank you, Chris.
Yep.
Any other citizens? Okay. I guess we're moving on to number 6, commission members with concerns. Dana, any concerns?
No concerns, but you know, while I'm thinking of it, if we're going to be asking about the signs, and the city manager is going to reach out to Nick about the signs, because that was like pretty much almost finished from what I can remember.
Okay.
Didn't we talk about building a pavilion at Somerset with all the money that we saved?
Sure did.
So we should keep that going too, because I think that would be huge with the new park there. It's fenced off. I think that would be a big draw and could make money. And I think that was the talk off that we had for building a pavilion there. So if we could get the sign and the pavilion information from Nick, that would be super.
All right. Dave, any concerns? Commissioner Bogdan, I mean.
I think that's fine. I think I mentioned them all. My only concern is the lack of communication between the city and Parks and Rec Commission. The link in that chain has been broken by the city manager, and he's not filling in any way that I could see, because I've never heard anything from him about Parks and Rec. On the other hand, I'm really happy about the new people, and I mentioned that last week, and the positive attitude of everybody here. I'm probably the most negative person here now I think of it. But I'm just happy to see the new faces. And I'll probably take Laura up on her suggestion of attending the city council meetings instead of seeing them after, so I can ask these questions at a city council meeting. That's it for me.
Thank you, Commissioner Bogdan. Commissioner Stein.
Well, you know, I have a lot, and I have a lot. Some that you might not want to hear, but first off is I agree with David Bogdan. There's communication breaks a lot. Like we all need to figure out who we need to communicate to. If we're communicating to the city manager and that's not going nowhere, then we need to go to the council meetings and we need to say, hey, this is what we want to do. This is how we want to help as volunteers. We have to remember that, right? We want to help as volunteers. What can we do, right? And I think the city manager, it's just our communication is so bad. I mean, I've not got any response back I emailed them our recommendations. I didn't get nothing, like not even like, you know, thanks, I will go on the next meeting. I mean, I work every day and email huge corporate people. They at least give me the courtesy to say, yes, I received your email. Thank you for your response. This will be taken care of. I mean, that's just the way you do business. So that being said, we need to keep on them. We need to keep going. If we have to go to council meetings, we have to. The next thing is a very sad thing I'm going to say right now. I am no longer going to be on the commission. Today, I am resigning. Due to a lot of other commitments I have at this time, this is the right step for me. I've been on the commission for over 6 years, I think.
Wow.
Going on 7 years, because I'm on 2 terms, plus I'm going on to my 3rd term. It's been a great ride. I will be here. I will volunteer just like not maybe just like I've always done, but I will volunteer like I've always done. I am just very sad of the direction this city is going. And with the commitment I have at work right now and the commitment I have in my family, I have to worry about that first. So I'm kind of sad. I mean, I will always be on these meetings if I can be on them, and I will always be around for people to contact me. I will volunteer like I've always have. The Steins will always volunteer. We've always showed up and and that will never go away. That's just who we are. But at this time I do have to step away. Unfortunately, I can't take this on plus enough, like basically running a whole department. I just can't with my current job. I mean, I'm in this new corporate world and it's just not working for me. So I apologize. I'm saddened by it, but I will always be here and I will always fight for what I feel like is right for this city. So that's all I have.
How do I follow that?
Sorry to see you go.
Yes, I'm really sorry to see you go, Sherry, but I understand. I mean, I stepped away for a year because I had to do what was best for my family. So,
Do we have anybody to volunteer to do the minutes?
Well,
go ahead, Sherry. Go ahead.
You know how hard this is for me to step away because I always have something to say. You'll have to, at the next meeting, once you have a full quorum, which you will, you'll have to have so the next agenda, you're going to have a secretary. You're going to have to put on there to assign a secretary.
Okay.
And that term will end in 2024. No, when is my term? So hold on.
I have it somewhere on my paper.
2021, December 31st, 2021, the secretary will end. And then you'll.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to think when my end of my term was.
Okay.
Other than that, I don't think I have anything. I am happy to see new faces. I'm gonna try to go to the council meeting on Thursday. I mean, I can go. I'm not doing anything. I'm just gonna sit on my butt. I don't work until Friday. So other than that, only other thing I have is this month is Heart Month. You know, I celebrate it for Lincoln. So just telling everyone that I can about it. So other than that, I don't have anything else. So I think we can move to item number 7, adjournment.
Before we move on.
Oh, sure.
As many people as you guys can go to the council meeting. I cannot go. I have orientation for my daughter for high school. Can't believe I'm saying that. But you guys go, voice your opinion. If I can jump in, I will be there too, because we really need to work, we really need to voice our opinion to this council. Sorry, that's all I got to say.
All right. I guess I will make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I will second the motion.
Okay. Motion made by Commissioner Kelly, seconded by Commissioner Bogdan. All in favor?
Aye.
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 All right. That concludes our meeting at 7:31 p.m. Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Bye. We'll miss Sherry. Miss you. Bye.
I will rewatch the minutes and do the minutes for this meeting though.
Thank you, Sherry.
And then I will send them to you. And then going forward, it'll be on whoever. Okay.
You're awesome.
Thanks, guys. Have a great night.
Thank you.
See you
Thanks.
later.